Nicole.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good. Are we ready to get started then?
Yes.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Lulu's Way Healthy Food, Healthy Life. My name is Nicole and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be your co-host this evening. To help keep our meeting focused and free from distractions, please stay muted unless you're speaking and keep your video turned off if you're doing anything other than sitting and participating. Here in this community, we come together to support, encourage, and inspire one another, celebrating the benefits of good nutrition, weight loss, wellness, and the joy that comes from choosing to serve yourself well. We're not medical or nutrition professionals. We're simply here to share experiences and promote a healthy lifestyle. If you receive any advice or suggestions tonight, especially if you have health challenges, it's always best to check with your healthcare provider first. Individuals in this group may have different ideas on how to eat healthy. Just figure out what works best for you and do it your way. Our meetings rotate through a variety of topics that focus on the needs and interests of our members, including food prep, motivation, meal ideas, travel, socializing, challenges, non-scale victories, maintenance, and general Q&A. We take one topic at a time, explore it fully, then pick up where we left off the following week. We'd love for everyone to participate tonight. To share, please raise your hand using the toolbar icon, and I'll invite each person to share in the order that they appear in the participants section. Please be mindful of the length of your share to allow everyone an opportunity to participate. If there's extra time at the end, please feel free to raise your hand and share again. Our meeting ends promptly at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you all for being here, for sharing, and choosing to make your health and yourself a priority. And tonight's topic is, we had the first of the month, so it is sharing Information Day.
Yay. Also known as weigh-in day, but it's information is what I'm doing working, or do I need to change things? So I made a few tweaks last month to get back in my range, and I made it. So I was down 1.8. I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. I can feel it too. I can feel that 1.8. I just feel it, you know. So I am now 134. My ideal weight is 133. So my range is 131 to 135. So 134. So I decided to not make any changes and just get down to the lower end of my range. So when I'm fluctuating, I'm fluctuating in my range instead of on the end of my range and going over, because I'd like to just kind of land on a food plan and stick to it, you know. So I am absolutely thrilled, and it was an adjustment to get used to the less food. The only thing I changed was I went from 5 ounces of protein back to 4, and then 5 ounces of grain back to 4, and back to 2 eggs instead of 3 eggs. And at first I really felt it, and now it's like I love it. It's perfect just the way it is. And I also brought in rice cakes and peanut butter, but I got myself limited, so I'm going to buy 1 bag of rice cakes and 1 jar of peanut butter on the first of the month, and that's just for the month. I'm not going to keep replenishing that and buying that. So it's working out really well for me. It's not calling my name. It's not like, doesn't feel like really extra special when I have it, but it's delicious, and I enjoy it, and I just feel really neutral with it. And I think before I was always choosing it, and if I wasn't choosing it, it was an effort to not choose it. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to have eggs today because it's really better protein, blah blah blah. And so it felt like I was kind of not having what I really wanted. Now it just feels really neutral, and it's just so much more peaceful when it just feels neutral. And yeah, so those are the changes that I've made, and that was my results. And I expect to maybe keep going down, maybe not 1.8 every month, but just a little bit every month until I'm hovering down the bottom of my range, and then I'll make a food adjustment. But I am very, very, very happy with my results.
That's exciting. Yay for Lulu.
Yay.
I got you down for
Thank
1.8.
1.8.
Well, my data information was -2 pounds.
Nice.
So, yeah. So as you guys know, my pattern just kind of is lower and then higher, lower, higher, and I take it as it comes and do the same thing no matter what. So my total is 114.4 pounds lost.
Wow.
So
wow.
so my weight is now 166.6.
Wow.
So just some uncharted territory here.
Yeah.
And it kind of prompted me to take a look at, I had never looked at the, Everybody Mayo Clinic weight chart, because I just thought that is so far away, and that is badunks, those are the weights I weighed in grade school, or in junior high. But I did look at it, and I don't even know what to say about my ideal range, but my ideal range is 116.5 to 121.5, with 119 being in the middle because I'm 5'2.5". So if I get to that goal range, as I get lower, if I feel comfortable, because I'm hoping I do, I'm 47.6 pounds away from goal. So it just seems like in just a matter of, time, like a short time. It's been 25 months that I've been doing this, and some people might think, well, 2 years is a long time, but I haven't been suffering. I've been so, satiated and so joyful and just not crazy, that just to have that kind of reward, and then to be losing weight too. So anyway, those are my numbers. That's where I'm at this month, and just really grateful, and interested to see how it starts to feel as I get closer to my goal range.
Very good, Nicole. Nice work. So at 5'2.5", I would probably go by 5'3" on that chart.
You would?
Yeah, I would do 5'2" when you're 5'2".
Okay, because that's probably going to happen, right? Someday I'm going to be 5'2".
Yeah, someday you're going to be 5'2", trust me. You're probably going to be 5'1". You might just dip into the 4s. I don't know how it's going to go for you, but I keep going down. I was 5'8", my whole life 5'8", and now I measured myself a couple of weeks ago, and I'm 5'5.5", and I've been 5'6" now for like the past few years, and but I'm not gonna move myself down on the weight chart until I'm literally 5'5". That's how I do it. So
okay,
so that's going to bring your range up a little bit.
Well, I had to get some help with the math. That's not my favorite thing. So I got my resident, my husband, to say, what is it? Should this be for 5'2.5"? Just give me the, That's funny. So yeah, and then I'll just say this too. Ron is dabbling with doing the men's plan.
Really?
So yeah, so he is, he's pretty close to his range. He might be 10 pounds out of his range, but doing the men's plan just for general health.
Yeah.
And so he's got that printed out, and he's been asking me questions, and he's been putting some meal ideas together, and I was kind of teasing him, like, you mean I'm gonna have to sit there and watch you eat 3 eggs? Like, I can watch him eat anything, and then I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch you eat 3 eggs. So anyway, I was sort of teasing him, but he's looking into that too. So it'll be really fun. And a lot of veggies every day.
Yeah.
In this house.
That's gonna be a lot of veggies in that house. Yeah. And like if he's got 10 on him, it's gonna feel good to have that 10 off. It's going to feel, he doesn't have this big long journey like a lot of us have, but the journey can continue even after he loses the 10. Then he beefs up that plan a little bit. Maybe he'll be even having 4 eggs. Better watch out for that.
Oh my goodness.
Jelly. You're going to be jelly.
I will be jealous. So yeah. But I'm excited to hear everyone's results, and let me know, just if you mentioned it on Facebook, just let me know that. Otherwise, I keep track during this meeting so I can add it to our Facebook totals. So with that, let's start with Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi. So I thought for sure I was going to lose weight and I gained a pound.
Oh,
I was more hungry than normal and my clothes are looser. Um, and I was kind of excited because then I would be like 129 if I lost a pound, and I haven't been in the 120s since I was like young. And and then I thought, well, I weighed myself last month on someone else's scale. That's when I had that 4 pound weight loss, which was very unusual for me. But anyway, I wasn't going to dwell on it. I was just like, I only want to think about my weight 5 minutes a month,
mm-hmm.
like is what I'm doing working, especially because I'm getting closer to my ideal weight. But this is really good news about your shrinking, because in using the 5 3, because I shrunk. So I thought I was only 5 pounds away from my ideal weight, but I shrunk to 5'3.5". So I just kind of did the average between 5'3" and 5'4". So I thought I had to lose like 7 pounds, but I'm back to the 5, but I gained one, so it's 6. But anyway, um, and then I thought, well, I need to talk to Sherry in Seattle who hung from that bar and got some height back. So Sherry, if you're on here, uh, let us know. That's it.
Good, Stacy. Well, um, I'm gonna say if you didn't weigh yourself on the same scale, then that just really wasn't an accurate reading. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really matter now.
Yeah.
I was glad that I went up a pound and wasn't freaking out.
Yeah.
Because as I'm getting closer to maintenance, like I said, I just want to think about it 5 times a month. I don't want to think about my
Right.
weight or anything
Yeah.
except for
Right.
like 5 minutes.
Right.
Do I need to make a
Right.
tweak? So it's good practice for that.
Yeah. Wherever you were on a different scale, I would have just waited, even if you had to wait till the third or the fourth or the fifth of the month
Yeah,
to just do it on your scale. Because you probably, I'm going to guess and say you maybe lost 2 and not 4. And then this
that's
month,
what I'm
and then
guessing.
this month you lost 1. You didn't gain 1, you
Yeah,
lost 1. So,
yeah, because
now
I
it's
pretty
3.
much lost like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
generally speaking,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was still a good mental exercise.
Yeah. Good. Good.
So thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Stacy.
I always do the average too. Like in my little tracker book, I like to do the average of the entire time I've been on the plan because it goes up and down each month, and that's just kind of nice to look at it that way too. Like it's really overall, it's
Yeah.
really
So what's
just
your
slow and steady.
Yeah.
average monthly?
My average monthly is 4.57 for
Wow.
25 months. Yeah.
That's a really good clip. It's a good healthy clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life that would have been way too slow.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Me too. It would have been like, what if this isn't 10 pounds a month every month? And I can't keep doing this.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But when you're planning on not stopping it, that is so key because then
Yeah.
it's like, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
You're not going to
You're gonna be
stop
doing
your
it
food
anyway.
plan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes a world of difference. So.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, next we have Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Hi, everybody. I am minus 2.8. I did not put that on the Facebook page. Didn't get around to doing that. So that's a total of 25 down since July 1st is what I'm counting as my official, although July and August were really iffy with the eating. But I really did start then with my initial weight and lost a couple pounds each of those months. So
Yeah.
25 total.
Very good.
I think I'm overdoing. I think I'm going nuts with the nuts. So I think I need to back that off a little. Not that 2.8 is bad. I'm happy with 2.8, but I think it would be a little more if I wasn't going quite so nuts with the nuts. And I just want to say I can relate, Nicole, to looking at that number on the Mayo Clinic chart, and I'm 5'1", and if I'm remembering correctly, I think my center of my range would be like 113, and I can't even fathom that. That was a number I haven't seen since prior to high school, so I can't even imagine what that'll be like. But that's where I am.
Yeah, and you just evaluate it when you get there.
Yeah.
And because when I first lost the weight, I couldn't imagine weighing what I weigh right now, and my goal was more like in the 150s. And when you're coming from 241, what in the 150s was good. You know what I mean? I was in like a size 12, and I was like in regular clothes, and I felt good, and I stopped losing. That was kind of like my goal. And then it was in time I realized I was kind of shortchanging myself. I was just like, I really just I began to feel like I didn't finish what I started. So so that's when I jumped on to just really get down into like my range, and
Yeah.
it feels so much
It
better.
is. It's just hard to think about 113.
Yeah.
Because, and I know I don't have to think about it now. My all-time high was 366, and that's the day I went in for gastric bypass surgery. And I lost a bunch. Managed to keep off 100 pounds of what I lost from bypass surgery, and started there when I started on this journey.
Yeah.
So it'll all be good.
Yeah. Good, Connie. Excellent.
Thanks,
Very good.
Connie.
Nice clip. You're losing it at a nice clip. And I'm going to tell you about the nuts. It's they're on the plan. You can have them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you want, but it does affect. It will slow you down.
Yeah, I think it's kind of key to, as much as you can, to move around the options that are, in each section for like the grain and for the protein, and not just rely on one or two as heavy hitters if you can.
Yeah.
That really just, I think, makes a difference too.
Yeah. But if you're picking, I noticed a difference once when I needed to come down, my weight needed to come down. I just had started having fish more often. Like I would have fish once a day and chicken once a day, and just change into that fish, because 4 ounces of fish and 4 ounces of steak have totally different numbers, right? But they're both.
Problem being there, even though I'm from Maine, I am not a fish eater, nor a seafood eater.
Oh, okay.
Neither one.
Oh, okay. That settles that.
That's chicken or beans or cottage cheese.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but that's an important point, because the numbers for all those things, the calories and the fat and whatnot, are different. And so you're right. I remember, Lulu, when you got back from Florida that one time and you switched some things up like that, the fish and the chicken and the limiting avocado and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You would think that like if this plan was going to be like precise, it would be like this much chicken and this much. You can have more fish than chicken because fish is less fat. But it's really important that this isn't complicated and this isn't like a science. It's just very, very simple. So I think based on a variety, I think that's when some things are, higher in fat than others. Some things are higher in carbs. Like if you're having beans instead of chicken, then you're having less fat, but you're having more carbs, right? So it's kind of like, it's just if you vary everything and you just get a little bit of it will just all average out and even out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm going to negate all of those losses. I gained 4 pounds, which terrifies me. And
you needed to, though. You needed to.
No, not really. And I went to work that day, and I was just in a fog until I realized that I was still in my range.
Yeah.
And then that was a little bit better, but I still am just like, whoa. I've kind of made peace with it now, but so I took away 1 ounce of starch. At this point, I'm having it every meal, or grains, and so I've taken 1 ounce away from that. Maybe I need to do more, but I'll find that out.
So where are you in your range? Are you right in the middle, or the end, the high
right
end?
At the top. I'm at the top.
Top end. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah.
So you've been working the past 6 months to get back into your range from being too low. So this has been the goal. So
I certainly preferred it that way, but
Yeah.
Um,
But we don't want to get cuckoo the other way either,
no, and
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you
But
weren't. You've been working on it.
this will make me more crazy than the other end for sure. So yeah, so we'll work with it and see what happens.
Yep.
But
So, and you're still following the men's plan?
yes, however, I did take away, let's see, and I was up to 3 fruits, and the last time I had taken away a fruit. And then I had done only half an avocado at a meal.
Mm.
And so then I had lost 2 pounds. So now I've gained all of this much, and I'm just like, because I didn't really change anything.
Mm.
So yeah, so I thought that's kind of weird, but maybe it, as we fluctuate, maybe I was hitting that high spot as we fluctuate. Also, I don't know, but I am making a little bit of change,
Yep.
just a little tiny bit,
Yep.
and go from there.
Yep. And then next month, if you still in your range, if you stay the same or you're down 1 or something, then you're fine. If you go up, if you go up one, you'll still be in your range, right?
No.
Oh, you'll be out of your range. Oh, because you're at the very top. Okay. And then you just make another tweak and get yourself back down. You'll do it.
Mhm.
You'll do it.
Yep.
Yep. Good.
So anyway,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yep, you're a good example about how to handle it, just work through the feelings.
I
Work through
wasn't
those
on the
feelings.
first, I will tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That
But I
was
mean,
not
look at
a
how
good
long,
example.
for so long you've been trying to get your weight up.
Yeah, but knowing that it was going to catch up with me, but I didn't brace myself quite hard enough against that,
Well-
I guess. And
Well,
so
you're in your range. You're in your range, so you're good.
I'm still in my range.
And
Yeah.
I've been, the past, 4 months, I've been struggling just over my range, just trying to get that down back into the range, and then I did
Mhm.
last month. I got into the range. No, I didn't. No, the month before I got into the range, but then the next month I went up a little, and I was just out. I was like 0.8 over my range, and then I just lost 1.8. So now I'm 1 in. So, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I told myself that many times, and so I think I finally convinced myself that it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think what's neat about it is we know what to do, like
Right.
the maintenance regime is, to check it and then make little tweaks. So it doesn't seem as scary as like if you were to go off the plan and then gain
Right.
weight. It's not that kind of crisis at all.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's tweaks,
Yeah, it's tweaks,
Yeah,
and
you are on plan. So you see what I'm saying? Like what Nicole's saying,
Mhm.
you're on the plan. So it's not like,
Right.
you're eating cookies and you're like, oh, I didn't gain any weight. I'm eating cookies, but I didn't gain any weight. I'd just be
No.
like, oh yeah, something, you're going to be in trouble someday. I don't know when it's going to hit you.
Yeah, for
But,
sure, for sure.
But you're on the plan. So that's how I always feel comfortable with it. I am on the plan, and I'm just doing the best the decisions that I think that I'm just going to keep going for that information once a month to see what I need to know.
Yep.
That's all you're going to do next month. Just you're going to go get your information. What do I need to do? Do I need to continue doing what I'm doing? Do I need to add something, take something away? And it's just, it makes life really. It makes the whole system real simple. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Good.
Yes. And
Good,
I'm grateful for that for sure.
Yes.
Instead of
Good.
not having a clue what to do, then this is it is easy to pick something and change it and go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm very happy that you're back in your range because you've been under your range for a long time.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were making efforts at getting it back up. It's just like, how much can you eat? It's just like, it's a
I know.
heck of a lot of food you're eating there.
It was kind of strange though, because I would still on occasion get hungry in between, even with all of that. But then the last maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I was not getting hungry in between.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, I wonder what's going on with that. And So then as soon as I took that away, then now I'm starting to get a little bit hungry again in between.
Yeah.
But it's not like it was, because before it was just raging hunger, and so it's not like that. But
Yeah. Good.
but yeah, so it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how your body reacts to just little tweaks and changes, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just the little tiny changes that I made last month.
Mhm.
I'm hungry. I am
Yeah.
definitely hungrier. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I am switching to a little more fish to do that as well.
Yeah. Good. Good,
Yeah.
Helen. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Yep, thank you for sharing how you feel about it too, because that this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
Get all the support you need. But yeah, you're just a superstar role model, Ellen.
She is.
Next we have Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Hi. I was 5'9" forever, and I am 5'7" now. So I've shrunk down quite a bit. But I do have a question. Whenever you go from the 200 to the 100, you call it the Wonderland?
Wonderland. Yeah.
What do you call it when you go from 300 into 200?
Tutorville.
That's Tutorville. Tutorville.
I'm in Tutorville.
You're in Tutorville. Yay!
Yeah, this month I lost -8 pounds.
Wow,
And
Gail.
And I did put it on Facebook. So, yeah, that was my goal, to get down in Tutorville.
Tutorville.
Yay! Welcome to Tutorville.
And I'm telling you. So, it was a really good month.
Yeah, 8 pounds. Nice.
Yeah, and I have a friend that I see her about usually 2 to 3 times a week, and she lost a bunch of weight a couple of years ago, and so she has decided to be my cheerleader because she started noticing that I'm losing weight. So people are starting to see that I'm losing weight.
Oh.
And so she told me, what are you doing? And I told her, and she said, well, I'm going to encourage you. And so she does. She sends me texts every couple of days, and I see her, and she just cheers me on. And so it really helps to have her encouraging me. And she doesn't agree totally with all of our plan, because she thinks that you should be able to have sugar. And I told her I don't want to have that. I don't want sugar in my system at all. So anyhow, Thanksgiving went really well. I'm sorry I didn't get to come on. I had planned to come on, but I had people still at my house, and there was only 2 of them left, and I couldn't say, oh, excuse me, I'm going to be back. And they didn't leave till way after this was over. So anyhow, we had a great Thanksgiving, and I kept with my plan.
Oh, good.
So it was good.
And that's why you got these numbers. You got some good numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've got a long ways to go, but I'm going to do it. I just know I am. This is the time. So.
Yeah. And you just, instead of looking so far ahead, just keep your eye on today's prize. You know, because you're gonna keep feeling better and better. Like Nicole, she's lost a lot, and she's got some to go, but she's already feels good. How long have you been feeling good, Nicole?
I've been feeling good since like the end of the first month.
Yeah.
And especially into the second month, I just realized like how much better and clearer and happier I felt.
Yeah.
And it was just such a nice surprise, that when your head's screwed on straight and you're taking good care of yourself, you get the joy right away,
Yeah, when the fight's over, when you're not fighting it anymore, because that's the hard life, and just every day is going to get easier and easier for you physically as you keep going down. You're going to just keep noticing that and just keep appreciating exactly where you are, and just knowing it's going to even get better, and and that there's really no end anyway. If you're lucky, you'll be doing this for the rest of your life if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, I'll be doing it for the rest of my life too. I would like to think that I am,
And then your head is clear. You're not in a sugar fog. You're not depressed about your weight because you're actually doing something, and you can start working on some of the other things that maybe you've been avoiding by using food. That's the other huge part that I never really expected it, because I always just was in this mentality of I'm overweight and I have to lose weight. Not why am I this overweight and what else has been being covered up with this,
Right.
Good, Gail. Excellent. Yay, Gail.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gail. So happy for you in Tudorville.
Tudorville.
Next we have Janice.
Hi, Janice.
Hi, so I'm happy to say I'm down 0.3, and I was thrilled.
Okay.
Thrilled. Yep.
Yep. You're heading in the right direction.
Yep. And it's been 5 months, 28.5 pounds.
Beautiful. Very good. You feel
Did
good?
you put that on Facebook or no?
No, sorry. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you feeling good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of, I kind of figured, up and down, as long as I'm on it, it'll show up one day.
Did you have a big loss last month?
3 pounds.
Yeah.
So it wasn't I've had bigger. But with our cold weather, I'm more sedentary. Not that I'm more sedentary, I'm more in the house. So I'm thinking, okay, well, you're going to have to find another, venue or another activity to move a bit more in the cold.
Very good. We're glad you're here. And you're going in the right direction, Janice. You're doing it, so that's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Janice. Next we have Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hello. I'm finally home for a couple of weeks, so
you just dropped in. You just dropped in for a minute.
Well, I think I listened to the book club while I was driving, and then there's times where when I can log in, but it's I'll be in the shadows or I won't see everything. So anyway, I lost 1.9 is what it was in the book. I put it in there, which the month before I only lost 0.2 or something like 0.1. And so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
And I'm interested, Nicole, in a link, because when I looked up ideal weights, there's a lot of different charts. And when I looked it up a couple months ago, I was kind of surprised that it was like 120 something or 100 to 130 something and 35, and I'm 5 foot. So when I heard your numbers, I thought, okay, maybe I should look at that, that chart just for my information, because I'm 133 now. And so it's something I need to think about pretty soon about what's my ideal weight. Anyway, but I have, I'm happy about, this is kind of relating to food. So as I've lost weight, I feel like I can move better. And so now I'm concentrating on building up muscle and what exercises and things I should do. So I just joined Anytime Fitness, because around here, they all are 24 hours. And I found out that the one by me in Pensacola accepts my insurance, so I don't have to pay for it either.
Beautiful.
Whereas the one in Gainesville, when I just checked it out because I happened to be there fixing my van, and they said, well, we don't take insurance. So I just thought I'd let people know that it could vary by the actual location.
Yeah, but if you're if you're a member in Pensacola, can't you go?
Oh yeah, I can go anywhere.
You can go anywhere.
I can go anywhere. So that was really nice to have, where I'm at least spending more time than anywhere else in Pensacola, that my local one accepted insurance, because I can take that and use it anywhere.
Yeah,
you're right.
And then you're in van life and you're out there and you get in a place for showers and you'll be able to get into all of them, so that's good.
Yeah, and because of what you do, Lulu, that's what got me to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I've never really been I don't know, I think I joined a gym a while ago, but not lately. And I thought, well, this is a win-win, because I can use it when I'm on the road, and I can also get in some kind of a habit of, a couple times a week doing that.
Right. You can also sleep there too.
Yes,
we sleep at Anytime Fitness in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was exciting to me to try to get one more piece of my overall health in place. And let's see if there's anything else. I would love it if one of you could send me a link, because I just tried Googling Mayo Clinic stuff and I haven't found it yet. I found it when I wasn't looking for it.
You know where that chart is? If you go into the Facebook group, Healthy Food, Healthy Life, you go up to the top and click on the tab that says Files.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll see it's not named that. What it is it's a document that says Healthy Food, Healthy Life. If you click on that, it's like 20 pages. I think it's like the next to the last page in that.
Okay.
It's a whole. Is that what the name of that document is, Nicole?
I think so.
We should pull that out and create a file for by itself.
Well, that's good. And it's not going to hurt me to actually look through all those files. I'm sure I'll benefit.
Yeah, in those files, I think it's called Healthy Food, Healthy Life PDF. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And there's other files in there too. There's like that cycle of overeating, and then there's the other things that we've talked about here is there too. But yeah, if you go
it's called Lulu's Way Healthy Food, Healthy Life PDF.
Okay.
And it's like, I think it's like page 18 or something like that. You'll see the chart. It's a Mayo Clinic chart. But like you say, there's other charts out there, and it's you pick the chart and you pick the weight that you want. And if anybody ends up highballing it for now, and then you just say, I'm gonna just pick this as my range, just know that maybe down the road you might want to get lower.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
I think I didn't want to get too low, because all through high school, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. People called me Bones, but I weighed 100 pounds. And then when I got pregnant, my first pregnancy, I went up to 125. But I haven't seen any of that for really a long time.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to get too low, and think that was average.
Right.
But anyway, another thing I'm doing for a goal for my next 2 weeks is to find different food combinations. And I do kind of just throw stuff together, but starting from recipes that I will enjoy, that are easy to make on the road. Because then when I leave I'm leaving on the 21st, and I won't be back home till like the third week of February. And then I'll just be home for a week, and then I'm gonna go to your March one as well as the February one, the first March one.
Oh, good. You coming to both of them?
The one in February and the first one in March.
Oh, good.
The weather is so nice in Pensacola by the middle of March that I figured, I should go home for a while when it's nice weather. But anyway, so I'm excited to just put things together so that I don't have to think about it as much.
Yeah.
When I'm on the road. So
good.
That's it.
Good, Joe. Very good, Joe. Happy for you.
Thanks. I am too.
Thanks, Jill. Next we have Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Hi. So I wanted to say, Janice, I agree that the darkness and the hibernation season of winter does make getting out a little bit more difficult sometimes, and just mentally as well. And I think it's just something we have to find other ways to keep connecting, keep moving, kind of deal, and work through that a little bit. And I've been in maintenance now for, this will be my 11th month. And we had Thanksgiving at my house, so I had the leftovers in the house. And oh my gosh, what it did to my brain.
Uh-oh.
I knew they were out there. They kept calling me. It was like, what? You want me? So I had, it's even after 11 months, they were still talking to me. And I did not go get them. I got rid of them. So it's just one of those things that I guess old habits die hard. And that I'm glad that I live in a household where if my husband doesn't want it, it can go away, you know?
Good.
Because it's good not to have that temptation in the house. So if you have a cupboard still with those little treats in it or something, get rid of them. Because they just keep talking to you, and it just takes up headspace that we don't need to spend there.
Yeah.
So that was my realization over the holiday.
Yeah. But you stayed on plan for Thanksgiving, and you feel great. And you're with your weigh in this month, you stayed in your range.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, you've been staying in your range really good.
Yeah, I haven't had to do too much. The only thing, I do also have to watch the nuts, because I like to, if I'm getting lazy, I'll say, oh, there's a protein, 2 ounces, I'm good.
It is, it's an
but
easy,
you can't do that all the time either.
It's an easy one.
And they're so good.
Yeah.
But you're right. I take what Nicole said to heart. Like, I do need to also maybe look at more variety.
Yeah.
So for a little bit more nutritional balance within, yes. I think might be good, especially, I don't know what would help seasonally, what I'm maybe missing because I'm not outside and I'm just not getting the variety. I'm getting in a bit of a rut. And so I'm going to have to work on that as well. Just need to pull out the plan and take a good hard look and say, oh, what, I forgot about some things. Like you mentioned peanut butter. I haven't had peanut butter in months. I forget about it. It's a good option.
Yeah, I got almond butter this month for my monthly jar. I got almond butter. Yeah.
Yeah, the nut butters are wonderful.
And also, what I've been doing is I've been only using 1 ounce, and the other ounce I use those roasted edamame. So then I get 16 meals out of a jar instead of 8.
Good idea. Thank you for that. Yeah. See, those are the kind of things I need to think about and do.
Yeah.
And get a little more variety in my diet.
Yeah. So you can put it on, cubed up sweet potato with the almond butter and the edamame, and then cut up fruit in it. I also mix it with shredded wheat, because some people are confused because they think wheat is not on the plan. It doesn't say no wheat. Not the frosted shredded wheat. That's not what I'm talking about.
Or a flour, not a flour.
Not a flour. Yeah, no wheat flour. Right. So it's, as long as it doesn't say flour and it doesn't say sugar. So those little wheat squares, they're like little crunchy wheat squares that they don't have sugar. They don't think there's salt. There's nothing. I'll do 2 ounces of that, and then I'll cut up what I had this morning. I cut up a pear, and an ounce of the almond butter and an ounce of the edamame, crunchy edamame. It's very delicious.
That sounds terrific. I've never even tried edamame, so I have to do that.
Yeah, well, it's the roasted one. It's the dry roasted one. If you have the fresh edamame, then you're going to want to eat that like a bean, 6 ounces of cooked. But this roasted one, if you go into my Amazon store, Lulu's Way Amazon.com/shop/Lulu's Way, and you go into food items, there's like 5 different categories in there. If you go into food, the roasted edamame is in there.
Thank you.
I've seen the roasted edamame at grocery stores, but they all have oil, because most like roasted crunchy salty things have oil. And the only one I can find without oil is online, this particular brand. So it comes in a big container. You get a really big container out of it, so it's a lot of meals, but it lasts forever because it's dried, like dried fruit. You know how like dried fruit goes from 6 ounces to 2 ounces? Well, that would be the same thing with the edamame. It goes from 6 ounces to 2 ounces too, you know. And it's crunchy, and it's good. It's good in salads. It almost tastes like you're crunching on croutons, you know. And you can always use half, like use a 1 ounce of that, and then 2 ounces of chicken, you know, 1 ounce of that and 2 ounces of tuna or whatever, you know. But it works on the breakfast because it's a very neutral flavor, just very neutral. It doesn't have like it's not like putting like chicken in with peanut butter and stuff. You know what I mean? It's very neutral. It's just like another level of crunch and protein. So yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Helen. Next we have Pam.
Pammy.
Hi.
Hi.
Lulu, the shredded wheat, are you talking like Weetabix or what is that called? What is what you're talking about?
Well, it's like
sounds interesting to try.
Yeah, if you go to the cereal aisle,
okay.
you just look for shredded wheat. They're just the bite-sized ones.
Small, okay.
I got them at Trader Joe's, but they have them everywhere. Trader Joe's has one shredded wheat, but there's some of them have the frosting. You don't want the ones with the frosting.
No.
You know, just look for bite-sized shredded wheat, and you know, a box lasts a long time because you're only having you're having 2 ounces. You know.
I want to look for something like that. Sounds like a nice change.
Yeah, and
But
you know,
just so you know, Weetabix does have sugar. So Weetabix is a cereal. I think it's from Canada. Because back in the day that I used to have that, and it has cane sugar. So just check those ingredients.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'll do that too, as long as it doesn't have any sugar in the ingredients or any other weird things.
And in a regular grocery store, like I think Post makes.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody
makes the shredded wheat, and they also make shredded wheat and oat bran, a mix of one, and both that works too, and they don't have sugar in them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never really even thought to look in the cereal aisle for anything because I just thought cereal was going to be, poison.
Yeah. Well, most of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, good. I'll check that out. Well, this is, I stayed the same. This was my first, I've been on maintenance for 3 months, but this was the first weigh-in that I stayed the same. So that I was glad.
Yeah.
And I'll say, like, with the thinking about the goal weight and the range, I struggled. I never even set a goal. When I was at 160, I still didn't know what my goal was. I thought it was going to be 150, 155. And then I was sure it wasn't going to be below what I'm at now, 133. And now I'm comfortable where I'm at, and I feel like I'm okay to lose maybe 3 more pounds but it took months at a time to adjust. Because I was afraid that, the size of my jeans and thinking about getting much smaller doesn't connect in my brain just yet. I'm going slow. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just going to continue on the maintaining right this minute, but I'm thinking ahead. I may want to go ahead and lose a few more pounds, but I don't want to get a smaller size than really what I am in clothing.
Well, then what makes you want to go down a few pounds then?
I don't know.
Because it'll be under 130. Is that
maybe? And I'm 5 foot, and the charts say I should be like Nicole said. The chart says I should be technically way much lower.
Yeah.
And I'm more comfortable being the 133. I'm accepting of it now. To me, it seemed so too little.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
And now I feel accepting of it, I guess, is the best way to say it. Like, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I'm just.
Do you think what it is? Do you think losing weight this way is so healthy and not deprivation? do you think maybe that could be part of what it is that makes it feel really safe to kind of get to, you know, the number that's right for you? Because it isn't like you're doing some kind of thing that's not sustainable to get there.
Right. That's a good point, because when I did get below, like, even 120 back in my 30s, that was a very unhealthy weight, but I was not eating like this.
Yeah.
So that's a good point, you know.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah. So just more like I guess I'm gonna continue to do exactly what I'm doing. Because I am exercising a lot and a lot of weight training. So I'm not ready to make any kind of change. So I'm going to continue exactly where I'm at right now. But I do think I would feel more comfortable now if I did lose a couple pounds. Like, I was a little afraid to lose any more weight. I mean, so I guess I'm adjusting to it. I'm feeling more comfortable with myself.
Yeah. You have such a large weight loss, and being that weight and imagining being 133 was not even on your radar. You were like, no, I'm never getting that low. And here you are.
Yeah.
You know?
I was ready to stay at 165. I thought the doctor was like, well, you're good. You're healthy. You lost over 100 pounds. I'd be happy if you stayed here.
Yeah. And you went down another 30.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel amazing, like I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right. Well, you know,
I'm just, I guess, realizing that it's okay to just hang out here for, like you said to me in the past, Lulu, just hang out right here for a little while.
Yeah.
I can always lose 3 or 5 more pounds easy.
Yeah. Whatever you added to maintain, you can just
take it off.
Just take it off and just do it for a month. See what happens.
Right.
You might want to do it for 2
happens.
months, and you might want to do it for 3, and you might want to do it for 4, and then you might want to stop.
Right.
You know, so, yep, as long as you're on the plan, on the plan, yeah.
Well, I guess that's kind of what I'm figuring out, is to just be patient with it and enjoy where I'm at right now.
Yes.
And if I want to change it in the near future, then I know exactly how to do that.
Yeah.
So
everybody has to be happy where they are. As long as you're on the plan. You got to be on the plan, or it's so hard to feel good when you have weight to lose, and it's staring you right in the face. And like, if you're on the plan, just be patient with the results, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it does, like you said, Nicole, it's been over 2 years. It doesn't feel like a long time. You would have told me 2 years, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I can't wait forever for this.
But you started feeling good,
and it flew by.
Yes, and you started feeling good way before you got down to 133. You started feeling amazing.
Yeah, I would say definitely within a month I noticed changes and energy and that sort of thing. That was immediate.
And then all your health concerns and medications, all those started dropping one by one, and that was 50 pounds ago. You know?
And that was another motive. Once that started trickling away, that was another, just say, oh well, this is easy then. That was made it even easier. But it's I think the whole it's just not having to think about it anymore. I don't have to think about food, not even the weight loss part of it, just the food itself. I already know what I'm going to eat every day.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be like, oh, what am I going to cook for dinner? And no.
I just love
just given
everything that's in my fridge. I just love it.
Everything.
It's all I want, and it's just perfect. And I know what I'm having, and I know what I'm low on and what I need, because I'm going to need something. I'm not going to make do with what I have when there's some other thing I need. If I don't have any protein, then I don't have more grain. You know, I go out and get what I need.
Yeah, no substitutions.
Yeah, and it just
No.
feels really good because it's just real the clarity. You open the fridge, it's
Yeah.
very clear what you need.
Yep, all that thinking is gone, all that
Yes.
stress.
All those decisions that I was making,
Yeah.
I was making poor decisions all the time. Now I make
Right.
none.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
all
much
figured out.
easier and
Yeah.
more peaceful to not
Yeah.
make decisions. I like it that way.
Yeah.
So for that, I thank you as well.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you're here, Pam. Jeez.
Thank you.
this
Thank
is
you
good.
all. Okay, Verge.
Hey,
Let's hear
Verge.
from Verge.
Hi, I've lost 5 pounds this month, and
Nice.
I'm at 40 pounds so far
Wow.
since July the 12th.
Wow.
So I'm thrilled.
Oh, I'm thrilled too.
Yeah.
Good for you. You am feeling good? What changes do you feel with the 40 gone?
Just happy with where things are, the food that I'm going to eat, and knowing that it's going to work. I just spent 5 days in Texas with my son and family, and I came back 3 pounds heavier. I've already lost the 3 pounds, but it was, you know, they don't have as many vegetables. And so, you know, and I did take the girls, whoever suggested that I take 2 meals with me on the plane, I did, and had that salad that night. So, but anyway, I am here and I'm doing well.
Good. Very good. Yeah, doesn't it just really feel good to be on the right road? Just that road to where you want to go. Yeah. Happy for you. Happy for you, Verge.
Thank you.
Did you put that on Facebook, Verge, or no?
No, I did not.
Okay, I got you down.
Thank you, dear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next we have Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Hello, everybody. Such an inspiration. Amazing group of women. And, you know, and to be able to share our struggles. This was the first month that I went up 2 pounds.
Oh.
And I know why. It's no surprise. I know what I did. I was visiting my daughter, and there were some hot spots that we used to go to. And so the 2 pounds are already off. I'm back home. But I think more importantly is my health. It's not the weight. It's if that had happened eating vegetables, that's one thing. But you know, that happened by eating food that was off plan, and I'm more concerned about my health in the long run than I am the numbers. So, and I think another thing that's interesting is I'm pretty close to my goal weight. I'm not sure where it fits in with you know, the other. Well, it depends on what BMI. Like my cardiologist, I'm fine. I'm within the normal range, but it's more about how I feel and what I think. And I think part of getting closer to my goal is the fear of what happens when I get there. Like right now, it's been a year of focusing on this and going down every month. And it's been a challenge, and it's been a fun challenge. And I think in the back of my mind, I'm wondering what happens when I get there. Like I know there'll be maintenance, but it's kind of, it's not the same challenge as watching the numbers go down. So I have to change, I think, the way that I'm looking at that and interpreting that, and you know, celebrating that, reaching that point, but also what does that look like for the months after? And really, ultimately, it is about health. So how I can celebrate the health versus the numbers following that goal weight. So anyway, the community is huge. The community that we have, and the knowledge and the support and everything.
Thanks so much, Marie.
My pleasure.
And we'll pick up with Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, everybody. So I joined you on this way of eating on the 7th. Well, my first day was the 8th of November, and I've lost since to the 1st of December. I lost 11 pounds.
Wow, good, Sally.
I think my internet's a bit choppy, so I hope you can keep up with what I'm saying. And I think, you know, I'm well aware. I mean, you know, as a lot of you, I'm sure I've done the initial loss is water, you know, associated with glycogen storage and all of those, you know, technical things that happen when you start, you know, a weight loss program. But I did a similar way of eating probably, I don't know, 12, 14 years ago for about 4 years, and I lost the weight and then let my divorce and everything else get the better of my emotions, and I just feel like I've come home, you know, and you know, I think the biggest thing is having taken sugar out of the picture. The crazies are so. I want to say they've gone completely, because I've had some curveballs thrown at me within the time that I've started this. You know, since the 8th of November. So the crazies are still there, but I'm not, because of it, I'm not turning to those things that I would always have turned to. And my mind, my mental clarity, you know, is just so much better. And I'm so thankful for this, the some may think it's strict, but there's so much flexibility within that structure, you know, to choose what protein you want and what, you know, if you want to have chicken for breakfast, you have chicken so long as it's within, you know, the meal plan. And so I'm really enjoying the food, and really enjoying seeing the 11 pounds gone on the scales. So I'm really, really happy to be here. Also being here because without you, this, you know, I mean, obviously with Lulu, it would still go on, but without everybody cheering each other on and sharing their stories and everything, it would not be the same. I did put that on Facebook as well, Nicole.
It's nice to have you with us, and it's happy to hear of you've had a very good month, and I hope you have another one and you stick with us. And thank you for opening up and sharing with us.
Yeah, no, happy to be here. Thanks, Lily.
Yeah, good.
Thanks, Sally. Next we have Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Connie's back.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump back on, and I'll be quick because I see Sheila's raised her hand. She hasn't had a turn. I just wanted to say to Pam, I understand how you feel. It's kind of like what I was saying to Nicole before. I'm 5'1", and we're supposed to be tiny, but I've never been tiny. I haven't been tiny since I was a newborn. And the thought of I'm supposed to be that tiny, but I say trust the program, trust the plan, because look what it's done for Lulu's life, and look what it's doing for everyone else's life. And I understand needing to be comfortable about where your weight is, but just trust the plan and see how you feel if you lose a little bit more, or, you know, that's all I wanted to add to that. It's just envision ourselves as tiny, because someday, well, you already are, you're getting there. Someday I'll be there. Yeah. We're supposed to be tiny. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Connie. I see Sheila's hand up. Sheila, do you have your hand up?
Yes, I'm traveling, and I'm in the central time zone, on my way to Arizona, and I'm 841 miles from there right now. So I forgot about the time, and I just stopped, and this is it for the night. I lost about 5 pounds, I believe, because everything is too big again. I haven't really, and I didn't put anything in Facebook call.
Okay.
But
you feeling?
Gotcha. I got it.
I really appreciate everybody. I really, truly do.
You feeling good, Sheila?
Yeah. Pardon me?
You feeling good?
Yeah, I really do feel good. I really feel pretty good.
Good, yes. Good.
I know I gained some weight when I was at Christine says my niece and my sisters, because I always do when I'm there. But I won't be there till next spring, so we're good with that. But I have lost some more, and that's almost 95 pounds.
Wow.
Which is way too much.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it on and, put it back on, and it goes on and it goes off, and it goes on and it goes off. So we'll see what next month brings.
Yeah.
Because I won't be back in Florida until March. I'm not coming up till March. So I'll be in Arizona and courtside and all.
Yeah. Well, enjoy yourself in Arizona, Sheila.
Yes, I will. I'm only 841 miles. I'm someplace in Texas. I don't know. I left Lafayette, Louisiana this morning, and I'm here.
Yep.
I'm 841 miles.
Yep.
So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Sounds good,
Yeah.
Sheila.
It's a long ride. You know that.
Yeah, it sure is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for everything.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thanks, Sheila.
Love you all. Thank you so much.
Liz, you're next.
Hi, everyone. So as far as the weight is, I'm on a new weight range because I got shorter. And so I lost 1 pound, but that means I'm still in I'm at the bottom of my old range. So I'm not in a hurry because what I did is I reduced my fruit by 1 ounce. And actually, at least right now, I'm not willing to bring anything else down. I don't want anything to trigger me to go off if I feel hungry around the holidays. So I only reduced my fruit by 1 ounce and I lost 1 pound. But you know what? I will eventually get to that new range of my height. It's okay. I really believe it. And so I'm not worried about that, but I do have a question for Lulu. Do you still meet with your trainer? And if you do, can you ask her, or has she ever talked to you about percent body fat? Percent body fat, not BMI, percent body fat versus a weight. Because percent body fat, I think, but I don't know. I just know what my scale says and stuff is the way to, it's another measurement.
Yeah, remember, do you remember when I had that scan? I don't know if you remember. Yeah. DexaFit. Okay, so that was about 6 months ago. I have an appointment for another one. I knew I'd be home in December, so I made an appointment in December. So just so I can compare the numbers. But that had my percentage. And I came out like my report, that whole report, I got like an A+ on everything.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
So I was in good ratios. But other than going in for one of those scans, I don't know how you would get your body percentage fat.
Right. Well, I'm just wondering if that percent body fat, in addition to the information that we get every month from the scale, is, being in maintenance now, I want to, and now I can work out with weights. I've started this month. I want to lean out more, and I don't know if it's going to change my weight, but it will change my percent body fat.
Right.
So I would be looking into that a little bit more, and I just didn't know if you still had.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really it's the scan. There's really, I don't know any other way to measure that. So we really don't talk about that here because it's too complicated, and it's not accessible for everybody, and it's expensive to have a scan. So I don't know. And when my weight was going up, I was like, I don't know if it's going up because I'm building muscle or it was going up because I needed to stop eating peanut butter. Like I just didn't know,
Right.
So you just kind of
beginning
go with it.
And to compare against.
Yeah. So now I have something. I'll have something to compare to. Yeah. So we'll see. But I've kind of slacked off. I've kind of slacked off with the working out. When I was in Utah, it was almost impossible because we were busy, and it was first thing in the morning, it was freezing, and there was no gyms.
Yeah.
There was no gyms anywhere. There wasn't even a house anywhere. There wasn't even a person anywhere. It was just like we were just in rocks, you know.
It's beautiful because we went in May and it was cold and windy, but we had some warm days. It is incredibly beautiful. I'm so glad we went.
Yeah.
But other than hiking, you know, I could see how your workout would have suffered.
And then what happened is, then I just got out of the groove. And when you get out of the groove, you're screwed. Well, I'll speak for myself, you know. So then when I ended up in Arizona, and then now it's warmer, and when I'm not out and about with somebody else and on a town, you know, doing stuff, I just kept not doing it. And I just kept not doing it. And then on my way home, I'd stop at a Planet Fitness and I'd take a shower and I wouldn't do it. I don't know. I just like I've always said, it's never been my favorite thing to do. And I always say I only do what I want, what I love to do, except for working out. That's the only thing I do that I don't love to do because I love the results. And I miss it, but I haven't got back into it. I lost my momentum, you know, and I'll either get it back again or I won't, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you feel healthy.
Oh, I feel great. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm but my weight was going up, and maybe it was because of that weight training, because I was training hard, you know.
Yes.
So we'll see. I don't know.
And then as far as the question that the concerns that Marie has for maintenance, I just want to add my experience. So I've been in maintenance for a year and a few months. Since August, it was a year. So however many months that makes. And I do remember feeling like that at first. You must be a very goal-oriented person, and I think I am a goal-oriented person, and if I don't have a goal anymore, then what? Right? It's like I gotta have goals. I gotta make a goal. So those first few months, I don't need it now, but at first I needed a goal. Okay, and so I made up goals. So it's like I am going to have a new vegetable in my salad every week. Okay, so then I would be looking for something in the the produce aisle that I hadn't tried yet, or that I haven't tried in a long time, and adding interest and zest because it tastes different now this week. And so I had those. I stayed in maintenance. I stayed my I changed my goal. In other words, it wasn't watching the weight, watching the scale go down. It was bringing in other things. So my focus changed, but it's really, and then after a while, I didn't need that anymore. But I do understand that, Marie, and I hope that helps.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah. Thanks, Liz. Thank you. Next, we have Sally.
My scales they give me all sorts of data. They tell me my body fat percentage, my body water percentage, my visceral fat. I don't know what it gives me, about 8 different parameters, and it also is very unkind and gives me my metabolic age. 63, and it's telling me my metabolic age right now. Actually, I have gone down from 68 to 67, and I'm like, what? That's not okay. That's not okay for it to tell me that I'm that much older. But looking at all of the parameters, especially obviously the water content, but your muscle and everything. Obviously, it makes a difference to your whole body. If it's going to tell me that my metabolic age is 67.
And how old are you?
63. Oh. Yeah. Oh, big O.
Oh.
So in some ways, it's a great. I like having a scale. It's certainly made me keep my water. Drinking lots of water to keep that one up. And it is interesting seeing the other parameters, especially as Liz was saying, the body fat percentage going down as my weight. It's really interesting. And it's just a regular bathroom scale, but it's just got all those. Some people could call them gimmicks, but it's interesting information as well. That's it. That's it for me.
All right. Thanks, Sally.
Thank you, Sally. We have Janice is back. Hi, Janice.
Yeah. Hi, I just wanted to answer Liz and say there are other ways to have it measured other than what Lulu, you were saying, that expensive scan. You can find if you want to do the research, but usually at fitness centers or if somebody's doing a program for you, they're just calipers. There's certain locations on the body that they measure, and then they plug those numbers into. So it could be like under your arms, it could be your belly, it could be the inside of your leg, and they just pinch, get the number there, plug it in, and then tell you based on that what your body fat. And it's important to know because usually men, have a higher muscle, leaner muscle than body fat. But other than that, it's a number, but it could be a goal.
Thanks, Janice.
I wanted to mention next week our normal topic is maintenance, but somebody had reached out to me to say they would really like a discussion about body image again. So I wanted to get a feel for what you guys wanted to do, or Lulu, what you think. Do we want to have a gap and talk solely about body image and then move to maintenance?
Do they know we have a body image video? Yeah.
Yep, we do. But you know what? And it kind of can feed into some of our categories just in general. But I don't know. I sort of felt like, it might be good to discuss it again.
Okay, let's do it. Does anybody? What was next month? Next week was going to be maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you'd like to have the topic be body image instead of maintenance. Next week it will be maintenance with the focus on body image.
I think that sounds good.